Listen, YouTube, it's going down right here. I got my man Edwin in the building. Where'd you come from?
Antioch.
He came all the way from Antioch just to get this fresh cut. Hold on, we gotta see it. Let me. Hold on real quick. We gotta do the turnaround. He came to Vacaville all the way from Antioch to get this fresh haircut. You know, why wouldn't he? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. But I got a crazy story to tell you guys. I got a crazy story. It's not really crazy or nothing like that. But he came in, he was like, I got a question for you. I was like, what? He was like, how does it feel to be famous? I was like, I don't consider myself famous, but what do you think? He said, of course. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. You know what I mean? You're here. We're here. Anything you want to say? You got any social medias or like an Instagram or something?
No.
You don't have to be afraid. Your mama's right there, but you don't have to be afraid. I know you got an Instagram or something.
No.
No Snap?
Nope.
No? Is he ever gonna get one? No, maybe? Okay, all right. He's gonna make one, and I'll put it in the description. I'll try to, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you know, say we out of here.
We out of here.
All right.
HustleDreamProduction.
So I'm gonna start by combing the hair down and picking out the hair on top. The reason why I'm doing this is because it will help out in the long run, all right? The more neat you are with either fading or just combing down, setting in your guidelines, picking the hair out, being real, detailed in your cuts, the more neater you are, the better your blends will come out. So right now I'm gonna set in my first line, my bald line, using my Andis cordless T outliners, and I'm gonna go lower than normal because I wanna show a greater transition in my blend. Bronze Series 9 shavers, I'm gonna just create another transition at the very bottom, not going all the way to the line, but kind of stopping like a ½ inch below. I'm just creating another razor bald effect at the bottom. So with my 2-guard open, using my wall cordless seniors, I'm gonna take out all the hair on the side. I'm gonna clear everything up so that way I get a better visual on what I need to do as far as setting my guidelines in. I'm not digging into the top, I'm mainly just going straight up. So now that we got everything cleared out of the way, I'm just gonna open my lever and just go up about 1 inch. Now, what I forgot to mention is, you notice how I contoured the line to my client's head? The reason why I did that is because I do not wanna look like everybody else that, is in town and they're doing their face straight back. I wanna look different. I want people to look at the haircut and be like, oh man, who cut your hair? You know what I mean? So make sure your blends and the way you set in fit your client's head. It's real important because it makes your haircut stand out that much more. about 1 inch, make sure you keep that same width all the way through. Back on that 2-guard open, and I'm just clearing out some more bulk at the top by scooping out, or you could just go straight up, but the scoop out method works best because you really don't want to disrupt anything that's on the top. You could just clean up the top later, so I would recommend scooping out. Right now I'm putting back on the 1-guard open, and I'm just cleaning up that area between the 1 and 2 in a flick out motion, just kind of cleaning up that area. So with my Oster's fast feeds with the 0-guard close, I'm gonna flick out that middle line. Now the reason why I'm using my fast feeds instead of my seniors is because I feel like the fast feeds create a better blend as far as how much you could take off at one time. Now using the seniors, it'll take off a lot. Well, whereas using these fast feeds, it won't take off so much. So there's room for error. There's room to it's just room for a better blend in my opinion. Switching back to my wall cordless seniors with the lever closed in a flick out motion, flick out that bottom line. Keep in mind that you're going to have to open and adjust your lever as you go up into that lever open area. Now, like I always like to do is take a second to look at something else, because sometimes your blend could be so blurry that you get lost in it. Alright, so sometimes you need to take a second to look at something else, okay, before you start doing your detailed work. And that's what I like to do. That's what I'm doing. I'm just putting on the 0-guard close, kind of getting in those areas where I see bulk. The reason why it's good to take a look at something else, it's almost like when you go to the store and you're smelling perfumes or any fragrance, and you got to have like a coffee grain or something to kind of clear it out and then smell it again and smell something else. That's basically what you're doing when you're taking a second to look away from the blend and coming back to it. You're giving your eyes a chance to adjust to see what you actually don't see by staring at it the whole time. So right here, all I'm doing is taking my shears and just kind of shaping it, just going around, because I already set up the base at the bottom and I just want to match it up to the blend at the bottom to what's on top. So that's why I do this part last. You never want to do this part first, because you're still gonna have hangover when you do your blend. So make sure this is the last thing you do. You don't want to start off by shaping anything. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, alright? If you like the tools that you've seen in this video, please check out the links in the description below. If you like the beat, make sure you go over to HustleDreamProduction. The link to his YouTube channel will be in the links in the description below as well. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat. My Snapchat is Jeezy360 and my Instagram is 360Jeezy. But it's your boy 360Jeezy, and I'm out of here.